What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, Oleksandr Usyk. Get this, good news. IBF to allow the Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk for Undisputed Championship. The IBF have reversed their order for their heavyweight championship, Oleksandr Usyk to defend against Filip Hrgovic next, thus following the undisputed match against the WBC champ Tyson Fury to go ahead. The news of IBF President Darryl Peoples canceling the order for Usyk's 20-0 and with 13 KOs to defend against the number one Hrgovic. People states that the WBA is next in the rotation system for mandatory defenses, meaning that Daniel Dubois will be the next mandatory due for the IBF, the WBA, and the WBO champion Usyk to defend his titles. However, with Dubois being promoted by the same person as Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, he is already working on Fury-Usyk fight to happen next March, possibly in the Middle East or the UK. After that, the winner will decide whether to defend against the WBA mandatory Dubois or vacate the belt. Warren said today that Fury is interested in facing Joe Joyce in his next fight if he successfully defeats Usyk in March. Hrgovic's promoter Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, obviously won't be happy at learning of the IBF decision to rescind their previous order for Usyk to defend against their fighter. Hearn was counting on Usyk versus Hrgovic fight, and he talked about Fury not being able to face Oleksandr Usyk for the Undisputed because of his fighter was due his title shot. Let me counterpunch. Great news. Just another way so we don't have to say that something's in the way. Right? Double bars, right? So this is a good thing. And it's really uncommon for the IBF to really reverse it. It just shows you that, people, new things do happen. Because normally the IBF, either if they agree, they won't agree for long. It's like, I remember when Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko in Germany. I think they literally gave this man like 9 days or something like that, 2 weeks maybe, to make a fight with, for the mandatory. I mean, he just won, like freshly getting all these belts, and then the IBF comes and they strip him just like that. So it shows you that things change. It shows you that these sanctioning bodies are coming together, but it also shows you that, they're working together for a reason, and it's called money. Now, another thing to talk about in this situation is Frank Warren himself. Frank Warren has all the power. Yeah. Think about it. Frank Warren, he has Daniel Dubois. He has Tyson Fury. And if Tyson can beat Oleksandr Usyk, then he could set up a huge fight for Tyson Fury with Joe Joyce, which would be massive too. The list goes on. And I can't be mad at anybody at that point because, Joe Joyce finally gets his shot at a total undisputed fight against the undisputed fighter of the world. Then Tyson Fury will absolutely have every major belt at the same damn time. And then Frank Warren will be happy as shit. Eddie Hearn can eat crow. Right? Because of the obvious, obviously. He won't be able to call any shots with the fighter he has, which is Hrgovic. So, I mean, it looks bad for him, but it's good for boxing because I want to see an undisputed champion. It's time for another generation or another generational unified champion, especially with the 4 belts. And that 4th belt that meant something, or that fighters made means something, should be recognized. Okay. And if they're fighting for all of them, that's how it should be. And the IBF is one of the most strict of the sanctioning bodies. And I think that this is a very good call. Okay. And it just makes me curious to see what Frank Warren will actually do with the power that he has. You know what I mean? Because like he could look at it like, okay, well, what if the snag happens with Usyk? Well, obviously Tyson Fury would fight Joe Joyce, and then that fight would probably build. Then Oleksandr Usyk could then fight somebody else. But you got to understand, this is coming to the middle part of January. I mean, yeah. So January. So I don't think he has time to mess around. So I think that fight could happen. This is just another hurdle snatched out of the way for the Undisputed fight. You guys tell me what you think of the IBF cooperating with the Undisputed road to a champion, one face, one name. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.